The Field of Bright Days. The field had always been a place of sunlight and laughter. Children played there, weaving through grasses, trailing buttercups through their fingers. Skylarks sang overhead. Foxgloves nodded among the hedgerows. Bees moved lazily from bloom to bloom. It was a place of life, a place of old things too, though no one spoke of that. Teenagers would hesitate at the gate, making excuses not to linger. Some said they heard voices if they stood still too long. But the children, innocent and light, were welcome, until Mr. Harding came. He meant well, truly he did. He saw a beautiful space and wanted to share it. Pony trekking, he thought, family days out, summer fetes. It would bring the village back to life. With all the right intentions, he began. Heavy machines moved in, shifting stones, draining puddles that had sat for centuries, clearing the scrub. They carved a smooth road right through the field's heart. And when the old hawthorn, crooked and stubborn, got in the way, they tore it out by the roots. That was the first crack, but no one noticed at the time. The field, once alive, became uncertain, quiet in the wrong way. Still sunny, still green, but thin, strained. And the trouble began. It started small. Mr. Harding slipping on perfectly dry ground, turning his ankle badly. Gates swinging shut just as he passed through. A nail through the sole of his boot. Then bigger things. The stable roof collapsing without warning on a clear day. The tractor rolling backwards on flat ground, crashing through a fence. He started hearing things, whispers in the hedgerows when the wind was still, laughter, faint and sharp, from the empty field, a sense, prickling and undeniable, that he was being watched. People came to camp. They liked the look of the place well enough. Green and open, the brochure said rustic charm. But they never stayed long, tents collapsing in the middle of the night, campfires that wouldn't light or flared too hot and too fast. A child went missing for an hour, found later by the old drainage ditch, silent and still. Accidents, always small, but just enough to be unnerving. Mr. Harding seemed to age 10 years that summer. His hands trembled, his voice thinned. He spoke less of pony trekking and more of getting rid of the place altogether. And that was when the young man arrived. No one knew exactly who he was. He just turned up one bright morning, a battered rucksack on his back, said his name was Tom, said he was looking for work. Tom camped quietly at the far edge of the field, where the old hedgerows still grew thick and tangled. He fixed fences without being asked, fed the ponies with a gentle hand, mended the broken stable door with no fuss. Harding, desperate for help, let him stay. Tom didn't seem bothered by the strange happenings. In fact, the field seemed to settle a little when he was around. The ponies grew calmer. The laughter in the hedgerows softened. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the mist began to gather in the hollows, Tom found Mr. Harding standing alone by the field's edge, staring out across the patchy, sick grass. "You should let it go," Tom said gently. "It doesn't want what you're trying to give it." Harding laughed bitterly, but there was a hollow note in it. His hands shook. Tom smiled, a small, knowing smile. "I'll take it off your hands. Look after it proper. You can leave tonight if you like." It sounded ridiculous, but Harding, tired beyond reason, agreed without a second thought. When he started the car, he was surprised. He'd been half expecting it to stall or die, as it always did. But it fired up first time, engine humming smooth as butter. Harding didn't even question it. He drove away without looking back, feeling lighter with every smile. Tom watched him go. Then he turned to the field, and for the first time in many long months, smiled properly. Tom walked the boundaries that night, barefoot, singing songs in an old tongue that no one had taught him. He wove wild flowers into broken fences. He whispered to the hedges, poured clear spring water into the parched ground, and the field listened. The mist lifted soft and clean. The grass began to green and thicken. Tiny white flowers bloomed at the foot of the new hawthorn sapling growing where the old one once stood. Tom sat there until dawn, humming, the birds singing the sun back up. He didn't own the field. He couldn't own a place like that. He was simply its keeper now, and the Fae folk at last were content.